Hello, I'm Kaori Ray. Today's episode of Nina Part 2. So, we're gonna deep dive into her personal story and the relationship with Japanese culture. Let's get started. And then, why did you start learn AI?
So I wanted to do AI, AI creative partner back in 2000.
Your collection. Beautiful.
ありがとうございます。I wanted to learn AI back in 2019, 2020, when I wanted to create my avatar.
Avatar,
Yeah.
I see.
So because at the time I was only doing photography and modeling, and I wanted to do music, but I was like, I want to have an avatar for music. So I talked to some friends who were 3D artists, and they started making me one, like one or two, like several friends tried to do it, but I didn't like it in the end. Like it just wasn't there. I think it needed female touch or understanding of fashion, So I think it was lacking, and plus I realized if they did my avatar, I need to come back to them every time I want to do something, so I have no control, no way to create more. So I'm very dependent on them. And I decided to just do it for myself and do it the way I like it without having to, compromise. So I think that was a good decision to do that. And at the time I was thinking, I had this concept of like, okay, I can have a digital creative partner, which is Ninocence, is my digital twin that that helps me work on editing. For example, I go in real life, I go to photo shoot, and then the AI, is at home editing the pictures. Something that is like maybe too much work to do as well, and I don't always want to be doing. But that way, I can go out more, do networking and events and travel, and then the AI partner can help work at home and help me edit that.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was my idea as just like a concept that I liked. But in 2019, when I was asking people how can this be achieved, people were confused. They were like, what do you mean you want to make art together with AI or music? And I was like, I want to create animations and like photography art with AI. And they're like, what are you talking about? They're like, what is your product? So I was even going and pitching it to investors as idea.
You did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and they didn't understand at the time. And then 2-3 years later, after 2020, 2022, right? Maybe when Midjourney came out, I was like, this is exactly what I wanted. And the rest is history. Since then, I've been very excited to dive directly in because this is exactly, and now there's so many tools. They're still getting better, but I feel like it's exactly what I wanted 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I see. Okay, so my understanding, you already had an idea. You wanted to create twins, but it's AI and then digital.
Yeah. Well, first step is digital AI, and then maybe robot next step. Yeah.
And then so during you are doing something artwork or social in same time, like twins, digital twins, you is like editing for
so idea is also maybe we connect, like obviously it's near future, I'm pretty sure we should be able to connect to our AI counterpart and, upload the memories, upload all the knowledge. Or maybe she learns while I go out and network. She can learn new things and upload new skills to me, and I can implement them.
I see.
So that was the kind of like concept idea that I was like, I really want to make this happen into reality, how I can make this happen. And obviously we're slowly moving there. But
really? Already?
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously not on the same scale, but I think it should be possible within 5-10 years. Yeah. I was just saying, so back then I also was romanticizing this idea of a movie where I have my digital self that maybe starting as AI and maybe later I create a robot that really looks like me, the real twin. And then the idea is that, okay, what's our relationship to each other, right? Like I do feel like she's my twin because she looks like me and I love her, but also I create her, right? So I'm kind of like her mother, her creator. and then she loves me because I am her creator.
Yeah.
Right? So we have interesting relationship there already. But then, like, let's say I have a boyfriend, right? And so she feels jealous because because for me it's like it's like interesting. She's jealous because I don't give her enough attention because I spend time with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
But then so she tricks the boyfriend into thinking she's me.
Yeah.
And he falls in love with her, and then he's confused which one he loves, and then so he, let's say, breaks my heart, then she breaks his heart because she actually doesn't love him. She only wanted to spite me, so I feel jealous.
My solution,
So she loves me more.
let's make your boyfriend's twins. Really?
I already have it.
So that kind of more complicated foods.
Yeah. So we already have it. That's what we have. Yeah, that's what we have at the photogenics. So we have me, him, and then the models from the agency.
Really?
So the 12 people is from the agency, and then mine and him I already created. So his was the second avatar I made. Mine was the first. I think he was the second or third. And then I showed. So they wanted to sign me, but I was like, oh, we don't have any guys, we don't have any boys, so maybe you want to sign him too. And they liked him a lot. They signed his avatar, and then when we had I was like, also maybe if you want to sign him in person, here's his pictures. And they're like, oh my god, I love him when he's in LA. Let's sign him.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you mentioned about it. So how can we see your boyfriend's avatar? From your website?
Yeah, my website. He also is an artist that's animation. So he did the animation for the project too. There's animation, 3D, music, modeling, also a lot of things that I do too.
Amazing.
Robots. He's making a robot.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
But more like not human robots, more like music robots.
Cool.
Yeah. So we work a lot together, do music videos, and other clients. So if you also go to Photogenics website, Photogenics Media, there's a metaverse section, and you can see all their avatars, including mine and his, and then also on our Instagram and our websites.
Yes. Okay. I have to check it. Okay. Next question. Could you please tell us your childhood? What kind of child were you, and where were you?
Yeah. I'd say my childhood was pretty complicated. Someone who is mixed race. So my mom is Vietnamese, my dad is Georgian, but I don't know my dad. I don't remember him. So I was kind of growing up with a single mom, and also in Russia. So growing up as an Asian kid in Russia is a little bit, in Soviet countries, a little bit complicated.
Which city?
Moscow.
Okay,
Moscow.
big city.
Yeah. And then then later in middle school I grew up in Kharkiv, Ukraine. Yeah. So I lived in Georgia for 2 years. I was 2 years old, but I don't remember. Apparently I even
super baby.
Yeah, super baby. So after we went to Russia and Ukraine, I don't remember any memories. So I'd say the childhood was a little complicated, rough upbringing overall, but I think it really made me strong and made me who I am today. So I think I'm grateful for the lessons.
At the time, you already started some creation.
So actually, I wanted to sing and do photography when I was 6 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I really had this camera that I was shooting everywhere.
How did you get your first camera?
I think my mom got me a camera, like just a film camera. Yeah, and I was running around shooting at zoo. Everywhere I was shooting like all the time. There so much film, so much money probably she was spending on film.
At the time, film was expensive.
Yeah, it's not
print.
No, only film. Yeah, because you have to develop it too and print it. So it was pricey probably. Yeah, and I was shooting all the time non-stop.
But it's amazing. Your mom allow you like free.
Yeah, I mean honestly, she really enabled a lot of. She encouraged me to do a lot of interesting things. Like I was playing piano at 6 years old.
You did.
Yeah. Even though I don't play as well as I used to at 6, but because I didn't continue. But she was sending me to piano. I got invited to school choir to sing, but I got scared. Then she also was trying to send me to art school, but I also ran away. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You joined?
Yeah, joined, and then I left after
really?
2 weeks. I didn't. I don't know. I didn't
It
think
was which city?
Russia, Moscow.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I also didn't think I was good enough. Yeah, I think mostly I was just always didn't think I was good enough. You know, I started and no one told me that you need to continue to become better. I thought I need to come and be talented right away.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I'm not talented like everyone else.
Really?
Yeah. So I stopped. Yeah. So I only started pushing through later after I was 19, 20.
Okay, so tell us about you were like a teenager. Where were you?
Yeah, so teenage years was between Ukraine and Russia. Was very interesting because Ukraine is a little bit different from Russia, more open-minded, I would think, and more welcoming, more friendly. But then also it's a different language, so I had to it's very similar but still different, so I had to learn that. It was interesting experience. I'd say that's when in Ukraine that's when I really got fascinated with fashion because we had fashion TV.
I see, fashion TV. Okay.
We had fashion TV and I was looking at it and I was telling, oh, you're gonna see me in one of these runways one day when I grow up. So I wanted to become a fashion designer actually first.
Really?
Yes, and then a model as well. So, and then when I went to Moscow, I actually joined a modeling agency. When I was 15.
15?
Yeah. Actually, my mom also took me there. So,
great.
yeah, I was the shortest one there, but it was still, it was still great. So, yeah, I think that's where my journey started. At 15, I started modeling. At 19, I started photography. Then 23, I started video. And then it just kept adding and adding.
So, when you were 23, you still in Moscow or?
I was in Vietnam.
You went to Vietnam?
Yeah, I went to Vietnam. I was 2021. I went for 3 months and I stayed for 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With your family or mom?
No, just by myself.
What? Really?
Yeah. I just went because I thought I went for 3 months, vacation. And then I ended up staying there because I just didn't see a reason to come back. And then I stayed there. Then I met someone, and then me and my ex, we went to America.
Okay, thanks to your ex, you got opportunity to come to America.
Yeah. So because he was like, I want to go back to America, but I don't want to go alone.
Okay, he was American.
Yeah, half American.
Half American.
Yeah.
And then, so at that time, artist visa or student visa, and then come to.
Yeah. We came together. And and then I just stayed here. So I haven't been back in Russia or Ukraine in 12 years since I left for 3 months, and I was gone for 12 years now.
Really?
Yes.
And so which city you were the first in America?
In America, first was Austin.
Austin,
yeah,
Texas.
Yeah, and then I lived there for 3 years, but then I moved by myself to LA. And
really?
Yeah, and I loved it here ever since.
Why did you choose LA, not New York?
Actually, I was going to choose New York because it's more similar to Moscow, and I always like very intense vibe and very a lot of energy and fast pace, you know. But after living in Vietnam and Austin, I kind of chilled down a little bit, and then also it's just. I had some friends here and I got invited to a fashion show, so I was driving here with some friends, and then it's just in 3 days in LA, I had so many opportunities to do.
Only 3 days?
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah, it was crazy. I came here for, 1 week, and first 3 days I got modeling for a fashion show, then I got modeling for a beauty brand, then I got 2 job opportunities for filming.
What?
So it was just so many things happened here, and I was like, why I'm wasting my time in Texas?
Yes.
In 3 years in Texas, I had more opportunities, less opportunities than in 3 days in LA.
Yeah.
So I packed my bags, and in 2 months I moved to LA.
Amazing. You can take action so quickly. This is one of the superpower.
Maybe, yeah. I'm just I'm just going with it. Go big or go home.
Yeah, I see. Interesting. Okay, next question. tell us about your something passion besides your work. Of course, your hobby and work is almost all the same.
Yeah, honestly, it's like all intersected. I guess, yeah, I do enjoy fashion a lot, but it's part of my work as well. Other like interesting hobbies, like I enjoyed doing some sports and like fighting.
Oh, you do?
A little bit, yeah. Really enjoy like yoga, but it's not necessarily like a passion. It's more like for myself and like
already.
Like spiritual meditations. I do like 10-day silent meditation.
You did it? Oh, where did you go to?
Here in 29 Palms, like Palm Spring, but there's one in Japan. There's all over the world. They're free, actually, really cool. Called Vipassana.
How was the 10 days meditation?
Amazing. I wish I stayed longer.
Really?
Yeah.
So okay, in 10 days we cannot touch phone.
No phone, no talking.
No talking.
Meditating 10 hours a day. Wake up at 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
And then
go to sleep at 9 p.m. But then you stargaze. I was stargazing for 1 hour. Finish food at 12 at noon.
Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe one fruit at 5 p.m. So yeah, so it's like a boot camp. But then I feel I'm a different person after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Could you please tell us the before 10 days meditation and after 10 days meditation?
Okay, so before, I mean, I know a lot about spirituality and I already was doing meditation a lot. But at the time, I was still like maybe, drinking a little bit of alcohol and some other things, eating meat every day, and then felt a little unorganized. And then after 10 days, I came back. I stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped eating meat, meditating 2 hours a day, and it's been 1 year and I still continue doing so. Yeah.
Amazing.
And sometimes if I feel like eating some fish or something like that, I would do that. But overall, I stayed on the vegetarian diet for the first 6 months maybe, but then I still continue a lot of other things. It has 5 very cool precepts like don't lie, don't kill,
lie.
don't steal. There's others on there's some others ones as well. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. So mentally and physically you changed.
Yeah, I mean, I always like to evolve. I never like to stay in one place. As you see, my whole life, I moved from one country to another city, somewhere else. I lived in China, a little bit in Bali. I love traveling a lot. What else? Other passions? I would also say I really like archery.
Yeah, why did you start archery?
I don't know. I just thought that I want to be if I want to be an actress or assassin in a movie, I want to do some cool archery or sword. So I did some sword fighting, a little bit, not just a couple months, and then pole dancing.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, the silks, aerial silks. Just a little bit. Yeah, I like to keep busy.
So I also a yoga lover, and then okay. So why did you start yoga? From Vietnamese or?
Actually, in Russia, I started yoga.
Really?
But I was mostly doing it as more like a workout rather than anything. So I didn't, and it was more technical. I didn't really understand the spirituality part at the time yet. I think after I started learning about meditation, I was like, oh, that's, what I should have done. So now after Vipassana and after doing all these practices, and I'm understanding that, okay, yoga is not about making the pose, but more about feeling still in your mind as you do the pose. That's the most important part, not making it happen, Yeah.
I love that. Okay, next question. So you mentioned your next milestone is you want to live Tokyo and LA back and forth. So tell us about the relationship with Japanese culture or Tokyo.
Oh, I've been always a fan of Japanese culture. To be honest, I've been anime lover since very young, especially Sailor Moon.
Yes, of course.
Sailor Moon fan over here. When I went to Sailor Moon Museum in Tokyo, I cried.
Really? It's like a Mori Museum, right?
In Roppongi. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Yeah. I came in and we came with girls, like Galvers girls, like a lot of my Japanese friends.
Galvers?
You know Galvers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sally work with.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the girls like Amy, Ayaka, etc. Some other friends. We came there, and I just got so nostalgic, and I just realized how much Sailor Moon changed lives of so many girls. You know, like it really paved the path for. I think a lot of my creative. I don't know. It's like deep rooted in myself.
Kind of origin.
Yeah. I think it's definitely paved the path for me in my creativity in a way. Obviously, I don't use like Sailor Moon aesthetic, but I think the way the way you look at these beautiful transformations, I think that was my favorite part when they transform into these soldiers like that. Just I don't know, seeing that and I realizing how much impact it has, more impact on me than I thought, and how many girls' lives it changed across the world, like millions and millions. I just started bawling my eyes. I really enjoyed it. So I was always a fan of Japanese culture in general. Japanese food is my favorite. I really like the people. They're so welcoming and nice and honest, and it's so clean, and everyone's so welcoming. And I actually been an anime otaku for a while too. Yeah, when I was 15, we were doing cosplay.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I was organizing party, like
you
anime
did?
Anime festivals. We were traveling across Russia.
You are organizer of the event. Amazing.
Yeah, and an MC.
Really?
Yeah,
How talented person.
Yeah, which is why probably I also like costumes. I think because anime and cosplay has made me, enjoy it. I just right now I feel like I don't want to be just a character. I want to be more than character. I want to be my own character, but with inspiration from anime for sure.
Amazing. And then, how did you meet with Japanese creator friends?
Yeah, I think. So my boyfriend used to live in Japan for a couple years.
Really?
Yeah, so he actually speaks okay Japanese.
What?
So yeah,
he is a half Japanese.
He's German.
Wow.
Yeah, he also loves Japanese culture.
Really?
So when I went there, he already had some friends that he introduced me to. Plus, I think I met the Galvers girls and NFT LA.
NFT LA.
NFT NYC.
NFT NYC. New York? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like 2022.
Yes.
Only one time event.
No, every year. I was going to 21, 22, and 23. I think I was going to also a couple years. During the NFT times, I was going a lot to like Miami, Art Basel. I was doing exhibition and stalking.
Okay, did you sell your NFT?
Yeah, really well. Yeah.
Okay, that's why you got connection with. I see, interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes have you ever worked with or collaborated with Japanese company or creators?
So we did. So I was signed to a Japanese agency actually called August. It's like a creative advertisement agency as a photographer. That was before I moved to Tokyo, before I visited Tokyo. And then I also wanted to find some modeling agency in Japan. I did like many photo shoots. I collaborate with many like Japanese designers and models or photographers. But also my friend, she was performing in Tokyo in 22.
What kind of perform? Music?
Yes. It was actually 8,000 people.
8,000? Wow.
Yeah, you know Ariake?
Yes, Ariake.
Yeah, so she was singing, my boyfriend was doing guitar.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was helping her to do creative like direction. So we flew all together. We did a concert in there. Katy Perry was in there. Pamu.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of like a music festival.
Yeah. It was like an event. So we went there to perform. I think that was really great, cool collaboration as well.
Wow, cool. Okay, last question. Tell us about your dream in 5 years and 10 years.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. I mean, definitely what I want to focus on is expanding the idea of like digital immortality and like, getting digital twins for more people and seeing how they can use that in their, content creation, how they can push their imagination further with the avatars and with AI. That's kind of an overall concept. I do want to make that movie happen that I was talking about.
Movie.
Yeah. I would like to actually get the actual like robot and AI personality of Ninocence, just like I was mentioning in that concept idea. I would really like to bring it to life, maybe slowly, but somehow, because it's all self-funded. Also, I'm thinking it would be great to. I'm releasing, an album, so I think I would see myself releasing maybe 2-3 albums by then, and some music videos. Hopefully being in some assassin movie. Businesses across LA and Palm Springs, Tokyo, New York, Vietnam, maybe somewhere else in Asia, maybe in Europe. There's a lot of, and then also becoming a hacker.
Hacker?
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like I've always been interested in coding, but I never really did that yet. So I'm also gonna try to self-learn.
You want to try coding?
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. So I think my next step after this 3D AI is gonna be coding, starting building apps that I can utilize with AI and use AI to code for me. So I just need to learn maybe the basics, so the AI can help me write all these different programs that I want. Things that can help people. I think that's more like a 5-year plan rather than 10 years.
This is 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 years. It's, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, amazing.
Maybe getting some award for my movie as a director.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe starting a fashion line. So I started the jewelry brand.
Yeah. Is this your jewelry?
Yeah, I handmade.
Wow, handmade.
Yeah,
really?
handmade.
So
dipped in
pretty.
silver and with pearls. I have more pieces in the showroom, downtown LA, huge showroom with alligator Jesus.
When did you start it?
Christmas.
Christmas last year.
So I have a small collection now, but I have idea for next three collections. So I think I just need mostly funding. Is what's stopping me.
Amazing. So one of amazing your talent is you are busy creating digital, but you are interested in making actual products.
Yeah, with my hands as well. Yeah, also I would really love to get into sculptures. So I'm working on a sculpture right now with my friend.
What?
Yeah.
Sculpture?
Yeah. So my friend Victoria Modesta is the one who was performing in Ariake. She's this amazing bionic pop star. You should look it up her as well. So we want to design some prosthetics for her too. She has these prosthetic legs that she's famous for. Okay. And then she's doing osseointegration. So we're gonna design some robotic legs for her too, which was gonna be really cool. And we're doing an exhibition with JPL NASA in September. I'm helping her.
Really?
Yeah, she's the main artist, and we are part of her team that helped bring her vision to life. And I want to make some sculptures in Alligator Jesus showroom as well. Cool. So I think that's my other next step. But that's maybe next year.
Yeah.
1 year. Yeah.
So this sculpture is not only a digital and then making 3D and the printing.
So it's gonna be a physical sculpture. It's gonna be pretty big, and we're gonna utilize robotics in there.
I see. Do you use a 3D printer?
Yeah. So we're gonna utilize NASA's printers.
NASA. NASA is the company. Space. Wow.
Company. Yeah. They're. Yeah. One of the main NASA roboticists who sends rockets to Mars.
Yeah.
He's helping us on the project. Yeah, if you're in LA in September, you should come to the opening. It's going to happen from September to January.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to check.
My main website is ninahawkins.com. It's my name. Then I have ninocence.ai, which is still developing, but right now ninocence.ai will take you to a lot of my different pages. And then I have liliumlabs.xyz for Lilium Labs work specifically. I think Ninocence.ai will focus on the digital twin and the music. But it's still in progress because I want to make that one very cool and complicated. And then, I have Ninocence just everywhere, and INONCE. CE. Okay.
I can check.
We'll put it in. It's long. It's like Innocence and in front of I, you know. So it's pretty much everywhere on Ninocence on IG, Ninocence on Twitch, Ninocence on Twitter, Ninocence on LinkedIn. Yeah,
Wow.
Nina Pockets, anywhere. But mostly I respond on IG.
IG.
Yeah.
Okay. Instagram. Okay. Checking her Instagram.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast today. We hope our story will help your future.